Hi, I'm Darryl Learie, and at 43 years old, I've had many thoughts. I've thought hard about life and what life means and the meaning of life, the purpose of life, and these type of things. And I think from a human perspective, the meaning of life is love. It's because we are social animals and we need to be loved. We thrive when we're loved. Love, as I believe, is defined as a deep affection for another, is what life is about. Life is about what love looks like, learning what love looks like, learning how to practice love, learning what is love and what isn't love, and what looks like love but isn't really love. There's so many examples of love. I define love as not just a deep affection for another, not purely not so much as in a romantic affection, but an affection as something that illustrates care and concern for another human being, or animal even, or plant even. It entails, it encompasses forgiveness and understanding. If we truly care and have concern for others, then we try to understand them, because only by understanding them can we expect to fulfill their needs. A person's purpose, for the most part, is to be of benefit to others, to be such a benefit as to improve the quality of life for others. And that is something that involves care and concern about others. In families, for example, we have to learn how to love individuals who are completely unique to us, that are even different, but are merely bonded by the same DNA and the same blood. And we have to learn how to love these people that are part of our family. Even if they have different personalities, we have to find the good in them, and we have to find ways to nurture them. In life, we learn what happens to people when they don't get enough love, when they don't get enough nurturing. And we learn how to practice that love. We learn that love takes a lot of work. If you're a parent, you realize that to love your child requires a lot of work. And that's part of the picture of love. In in romantic relationships, we have an expectation of what love looks like and feels like. And in this expectation, by trial and error and what we think, it's okay if you're the only one watching. It's okay. I see you, Alex. In romantic relationships, they really challenge our understanding of our criteria for love, what we think are the components of love, and our expectations of love, and that what that will look like. So but ultimately, in society, we can only have a utopia if we have love, if we have genuine concern for one another, because if we don't have a genuine concern for one another, then people will suffer. So, I mean, we also learn, such lessons as we also learn such lessons that about love for ourselves and what happens when we don't love ourselves, and how we succeed when we do love ourselves, and how we measure that, and how we build that love for ourselves, especially when it comes to our own self-esteem and how we feel about ourselves. And sometimes we learn that to love ourselves means that sometimes if there's people who are going to hurt us, we have to love those people from a distance. It doesn't mean we can't love them. It just means that we have to love them from a distance to protect ourselves. So, life is full of consequences. We do something, and there's a real life consequence that affects us that we have to live with. And the same goes for everyone. And we still have to seek to understand how love can help us prevail through those consequences, and what we can get out of those consequences, how we can still make progress. Love also includes empathy. And I think empathy, is understanding why certain things happen, and why certain people are the way they are. Understanding the problems that plague other people, that are expressed in ways that we find distasteful, or in ways that we don't like. It's all about love, man. That's, everybody wants to feel loved. Everybody wants love on many different levels, not just relationship-wise, but friendship-wise, mutual respect from one another, the feeling of feeling accepted and respected. And yeah, it's all about love. Aside from that, it's up to you to decide what the meaning of your life is. So, what about love on a spiritual basis, like when we love the Lord? And how are we supposed to live life kind of like He did? Through a lot of reflection and a lot of questioning, I think. I think we get better at loving when we learn more about ourselves. To know thyself, and why we do what we do. And when we question whether those things that we did are really out of love, Or were they to meet some part of ourselves that's insufficient? You know, hi Gurpreet. I can pronounce your last name, Singh. I like it. Like the Beatles said, all we need is love. Hello, Singh. I hope you're doing well. If there was one thing I always wanted to say before the end of my life, it would be that life is about love. It's all about love. I'm all right. Going through a tough time, but I think I'll get through it. I just wish I could have worded this video better. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll try to get my thoughts better together next time when I make another video. Some may argue that, you know, the meaning of life is really about whatever meaning you put into your own life, whatever meaning you give your own life. And I think that's fine, you know, but you can't escape the fact that so much of it is about love. We have to have love, and we have to give love. And without love, we suffer dire consequences. I gotta go, Alex. I've seen quite a bit of it. You can send me a comment anytime you want, and I'll comment right back to you. Take care, everybody.